can abolish some things that it calls unfair, and the church picks up that same thing that the American government call unfair and divide the people. I would not, if you go to work, they'll tell you, you look on all the walls, it says, you can't discriminate against color, race, sex, nor gender. And you're going to come and tell me you have a black conference and a white conference. Woe be unto all of us. When the American government says, if the church is not interracial, we take away your tax status. They looked up, and would you believe it? Jesus is talking to a Samaritan woman. A Samaritan woman. You find any goodness in that woman, Jesus? There is so much good in the worst of us, and so much bad in the best of us, that it makes no sense for any of us to speak evil of the rest of us. Republican or Democrat, all of them will shame you. Jesus saw that there was something potentially righteous even in this stranger. And sometimes you find righteousness where you least expect to find it. You don't have a monopoly on righteousness. It was a Samaritan who took in the stranger. It was a Samaritan who came back to say thanks. Remember that when they were all together and they had leprosy, they forgot that one was a Samaritan and they forgot that the other one was a Jew because they all had leprosy. But as soon as they got clean, they go back to their own little dwellings and their narrow-mindedness. And the Samaritan, who they say is an outcast, looked down and said, I'm clean. I'm going back to tell him thanks. And he was a Samaritan. Don't stop me. I must go through Samaria. Guess what happened when Jesus went through Samaria? Remember, at first, they did not even want to pass through Samaria. The Bible says that Jesus spent 2 days in Samaria. He wasn't supposed to stop there, but now that he has gone there, his interaction with the people, they wanted him to spend 2 days. Do you think Peter and them went and bought food for those 2 days? No. He started eating Samaritan curry and veggie legs. The prejudice has been broken down. The prejudice has been broken down because Jesus has passed through Samaria. He not only passed, he stayed. God forbid that your culture, your religion, and your narrow-minded stupidity would keep people out of the kingdom. God forbid that may your fingers rot if you ever stand at this church door when somebody of a different race or nationality comes and you point them to another church down the street. May your fingers rot. It would have been better that a millstone be hung around your neck and you be cast into the middle of the sea. I'm closing. They said there was a white church, and this black brother, they never used to allow black people into that white church. And this black brother said, I'm going in.